Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to Stellaris Nemesis episode 23, which originally aired live on Twitch. Alright, come on, jump, and crack. Actually switch the targets here. You crack that one, you bombard this one. Alright, so if we take a look at whatever you named your cube, we are going to start to eat the stars.
Hostile fleet within range.
We're going to eat the world. So here's my 2-star crackers. If you take a look at their ships, as you can see, they aren't maybe the most intelligently built, but they're tough. They're tough. So they're not going to be easily taken out, except for maybe the Fallen Empire's fleets. So I got to keep an eye on the Fallen Empire, keep them in check, make sure that they don't do any funny business. But, yeah. Everybody else's fleets just pale in comparison.
System scan complete.
So I will try to show you. I'll keep track of these progress bars and try to show you, but essentially, we are sitting on top of the star and doing Colossus things to the star.
Hostile fleet within range.
And you'll see the remnants of that in a sec. Oh, it's so much fun. All right, Prime 2, you are going to be Abixable fleet. Fangface, what are you up to? Fangface, go bully them, I guess. Actually, let's take back Destroy with Roy. That used to be mine.
Hostile fleet within range.
All right, here we go. So here is the first Star Kraken. And just for reference here, my current dark matter is 4.3k. Because that's going to be important to keep track of. Oh, seriously?
Hostile fleet within range.
Do it now! Yeah, it's a black hole now. It renders the system utterly useless. Yeah. And it dramatically adds to my dark matter. As you can see, my dark matter went from 4.3k to 9.3k. Hey, Dem Tacos. You've come just in time to see me conquer organic life everywhere in the galaxy. Congratulations. Witnessing the beginning of the end. What edicts did I lose? The Architectural Renaissance, I don't really care. Grand Fleet, no, I don't really care. Okay, I'm not going to activate any of those. So we have our Star Eaters eating stars that are empty right now. The systems that aren't claimed. But as you can see, the remnants of these are just empty husks, black holes that don't hold value for anyone. So no one's really going to want them. We are cracking. We're still doing traditional crackings here. And we're going to conquer everybody. Now everybody is on the menu. Once I hit the 20k dark matter threshold, I will... And instead of just buying it, because I know I could afford a whole lot of it, let me buy a little bit of it, just because my energy credits are so high. I want to earn it through the complete and utter destruction of enemies. Abixable, you are going to sit on the border of the Fallen Empire here, just to make sure that they, you know, stay well behaved. Because I don't trust them. And
New technology discovered.
we are getting the repeatable tax, so let's get energy weapon damage. I'm committing war crimes. The problem is, if I rule the galaxy, I determine the... I basically determine what crime is, right? So it's only a war crime if I say it is, because, you know, and I don't say it is. It's not a war crime. I'm just getting rid of all these little viruses that take over worlds and infect it with their organic parts.
Hostile fleet within range.
Silly organics. Planets are for Rad. Or the Yodakin Empire, I should say. Okay, let's keep hopping around. Whoa! These guys, where did you all spill out? I think they were all trying to rendezvous with Siona and don't know how to get there. These are the ships that we're gonna backfill into Siona's navy. But they're just spilling out everywhere. It's kind of funny. Here comes some more planets, or more stars being cracked. If you want to watch it again. It's a little weird when it's a trinary system like this, because we just pick the biggest of the trinary. And then it makes 3...
Hostile fleet within
I
range.
guess. I don't know. We'll see. Show it to me.
Hostile fleet within range.
3 black holes for the price of 1. I like it. Let's keep on cracking. And let's manage planets here. There. I think my planets are fine. More or less. I don't want this bastion. Now, we're still traditionally bombarding some of these places, only because that's, you know, I only have so many ships, so for us to do the damage we want to do, I gotta, you know, shake it up and do a variety of war crimes. Do I own this? Yeah, I guess I own this. Siona. Yeah, let's keep rocking them.
Hostile fleet within range.
Thrice in gold. You're next. My poor little Colossus got left behind. Let's have him jump and crack. Abixable is waiting for this fallen empire to get pissed at me. Alone, I don't think Abixable stands much of a chance to take on the fallen empire, but it will at least slow them down for me to be able to put my big fleets into motion to react to that.
Construction online.
And I'm still trying to expand too, which is kind of ridiculous considering I'm eating the worlds, but yep. And luckily, unlike the Colossus, the world eaters here, the star eaters, I should say, they do have, you know, they are a ship in their own right, which means that on lightly guarded or even moderately guarded systems like these that I do not own, I can just eat them anyway, which is pretty cool. It definitely speeds up the process of destroying the world. I think if I was playing on a large galaxy or something, this would be testing, because it is a lot. You know, if I was on a large galaxy, it would be a lot to eat. So I'm very happy to be playing on small galaxies. I don't actually like Stellaris on large galaxies for that reason, but that's just a personal preference. But I would say if you had a large galaxy and only a few star eaters, it would take you like many hours to wipe out the galaxy.
New technology discovered.
Nope, Mason King's done. And this probably put me... Nope. One more system maybe, and I'll have enough dark matter. I'm at 19k here. I probably have enough to buy it. So let me just buy the little that remains. Yeah, there it goes. And then I go to Yoda Prime, zoom on in, and upgrade. Oh, I have another mega project going. So go to Traditions here and allow the Architectural Renaissance. Now, upgrade. It's not just one upgrade, it's multiple upgrades that I'll need to make. So just because I'm upgrading that doesn't mean that is a ticking time bomb I win button. It's not. It will take multiple investments of that frame in order to win the scenario. But with ever increasing costs of dark matter, meaning that I will need to wipe more and more systems out entirely. So that's sort of the cost. The okay, they're gone. Awesome.
Planetary defenses breached. Hostile
Whoa,
troops
I'm being
landing.
invaded? Oh, cake on the hate? Yeah, okay, whatever. It's gonna be surprised, but that's not that surprising. Hey, random name guy. Thanks for the follow. And sleep well. Oh, yep. So here's the fleet that managed to find their way to Siona. The spare ships. So she's becoming a full fleet instead of the partial that she was for a while. And I think these 32 ships don't know how to get there, or now they're getting there now. Okay. Jump. Oh, jump.
Invaders neutralized.
Oh, cool. I defended the planet I didn't even know that was getting attacked. I'll take it. So, yeah. I'm the defender in this instance. This is the crisis war. Everybody's against me, and I'm doing well. As you can see, the relative exhaustion is in my favor. Not that I can be exhausted. At this point, I think during the crisis war, there is no such thing as me getting exhausted. For reference, let's double back and Chioler, I want you to mess with the Khanate, making sure to wipe them out. Part of me, all right, let's go to Dragon Mark 1 because that got taken by Jib. Another star down, another star down. What happens if the enemy gets exhausted without being fully exterminated? I don't think that they can end the war. I don't think these are one of those types of wars that can ever really end. So it's just they're forced. I could be wrong about that, but that is my understanding. This is like, you know, much the way that in the ending game Crisis, you can't tell the Protheon Scourge to stop. They don't know what stop is. They just keep going. And this is sort of the same concept.
Hostile fleet within range.
Now, everything around Bacon has been Vrindanized, as you can see. This all got taken. But I'm star eating, so I don't really care what gets taken. Individual systems, to me, don't matter anymore. Killing off populations do. It's kind of a crazy way to say it, but nah, that's true. Trying to put some more naval logistics upgrading my anchorages because I'm over my naval capacity. Alright, Didora. This is Vem's capital world. Tasty. Troller. You'll get Highland Timber and then the Khanate. Siona. You are bombarding Lotopek.
Construction online.
And I'll just keep claiming territories, not that there's much point in it, as I'm destroying stars to feed the wind. And if we take a look over here at the crisis event, at this point, all of the benefits that I can reap from building up crisis, there is no repeatable crisis. I guess I didn't mention that, but once you are the crisis, that is like the last benefit that you obtain. So there isn't like crisis plus. The crisis is sitting. It's just, you know, congratulations, you get to eat the worlds. And my Dark Matter's up to 8k already. We're just gonna keep eating and keep climbing.
Hostile fleet within range.
My energy credits are full. The new DLC looks interesting, being a crisis. Yes, it is very different indeed. It is interesting and fun.
Within range.
It doesn't go so well with co-op. So if you're a co-op player, being the crisis won't work for you. You know what I mean? But if you're not the co-op, you know, if you're not a co-op player, then yeah, you can be the crisis and not have to crush your friends.
Neutralized. Construction online.
Crushing your friends is the best part. If you want to play like that, sure. I've played some multiplayer Stellaris, and it was very frowned upon, crushing friends. But it's, of course, all up to you and your own prerogative. And, you know, considering skill levels, it can be a bit of a problem if you crush friends and they're not experienced and you are, or vice versa. Arguably, I can see how it would be less fun. So I'm just trying to macro manage, at this point, all of the annihilations and invasions as best as I can, as fast as I can, so that we can, you know, wipe these guys out without losing too much. So I'm mostly focusing up here in the north, so that I can clean sweep up that way. Ibixable's fleet? Let me go up to Solanopsis, because it looks like Solanopsis has some obnoxious stuff going on up there. At Hodem and whatnot. At Pochtux. So we'll clean that out. Fangface. Just try to depopulate that. Yeah, much like how Mario Kart can end friendships. Yeah, that's a good reference there. Absolutely. Some people can handle a little bit of you know, competition. Some can't.
Construction online.
If you're playing this, I would advise you set rules at the get-go whether or not you're going to have PvP, because you know, you don't want to be the chessboard flipper of your multiplayer series, if you know what I mean. Because I had one where I played with a friend of mine and a bunch of his friends, And I kind of didn't know anyone except for him and his sister that was playing. And it was a multiplayer game where it was like a group of, I don't know, I'm going to say like 10, 12 different people of massively varying skills. And there was one player in particular who is, it wasn't my friend and it wasn't his sister, but it was someone else, someone I didn't know, that was acting like a total jerk, sort of like wiping everyone out. He was just bullying everyone in his like local vicinity, and literally just wiping them out. He wasn't even forcing them to be vassals or tributaries. He was exterminating them so that they couldn't play anymore, which is kind of a troll thing to do if you ask me. And what ended up happening was he started picking on my friend's sister, so I wiped him out. I was much stronger than he was. I was just trying to be nice, but then as soon as he started like picking on people I knew, I clean swept wiped him out. And then what was really funny was he then like had a hissy fit and rage quit. Like I had done some great injustice to him, and it's like, dude, you were being a jerk to literally everybody, and then I did it back to you, and what? Like you hissy fit rage quit? Big old roll of my eyes there. It's like, oh, okay. You can dish it, but you can't take it. Because, you know, my 2 cents, if you're going to be like fully exterminating people from a multiplayer game, you best believe that's how you're going to get treated when the shoe's on the other foot. And, yeah, that was the last time I played a multiplayer Stellaris game. That was like a year and a half ago, maybe. Timed project. Whatever. I don't need time project. Oh, wow. So if you look at this time project, see the dark matter reactors and all that stuff? That implies that the Khanate had, like, really top-tier tech. Surprisingly strong technology. Finally bombarded. Jeez, that took forever. Yeah, I mean, if there's an agreement that you're going to have PvP, that's fine. The problem with the multiplayer game that I was in was there was like 3 or 4 players that were experienced, with me probably being the most experienced significantly. And then my friend and the other one that was being a bully being like fairly good at the game, and everyone else being relatively new. Some people had never played before. And the problem with that is, of course, if you've never played before, this is a complicated game. You're not going to do very well. So then when another player comes along and literally exterminates you, it feels bad, man. You know, it's definitely straight up troll thing to do. But no one really, no one thought ahead. No one thought that one person was going to bully everyone else. So no one thought to create a rule of like, you know, you can make people subjects, but don't actually kill them until they don't exist anymore. Yeah. So it was not cool in that one instance. I've played other PvP games with friends and with the acknowledgement that like, hey, it's all in good fun. We're going to PvP. Don't take it personally. We're just messing around. And that's fine too, just as long as you have that agreement ahead of time. If you don't have the agreement ahead of time, you just end up coming out like a bully.
New technology discovered.
All right, finally my naval capacity can support my massive fleet, which is good, because I was paying out the nose for it. Not that I couldn't afford it. As you can see, I'm getting 3k energy credits per month, and I'm not even using any of them. I'm just sitting on them. Can we get a rad cringe emote? Yeah, maybe. All of my newest emotes were put up to poll, where people could submit their ideas. Anyone could submit their ideas, and then I took the top ideas and just put them into the emote. All right, I just enabled the pox. Oh, interesting. My Juggernaut here can't seem to set bombardment style. Right? Huh. So they just have a standard bombardment. Oh, okay. So pox would be catastrophic organic pop damage. Yeah, let's pox everyone. Why not? Javorian pox. I like it. Alright, Mason, you're doing very good. Keep it up. My... What is my... Dark Matter's up to 23k? Seems, I don't know, good.
Hostile forces have made landfall.
Oh, they finally took bacon. Okay, well, I guess they can have the bacon then. They're not going to be able to keep it. I'll crack it. But they can pretend to have it for now. Yeah, if you're in the mindset that you're like, hey, I'm gonna lose every fight because they're so much better than I am, but they will teach me a thing or two, because I've done that for one of my friends. He was never really a PC gamer, and I sort of introduced him. Actually, I've done this on several different occasions throughout my life. I introduced people that were never PC gamers. They were like console gamers, or maybe not even gamers at all, and I ruined their lives by introducing them to PC gaming. And I would introduce them to like first-person shooters. And I'd be like, all right, it's just going to be a one-on-one so that you get used to the controls and you get to know, you get familiar with what's going on and all that. With the understanding that I was like...
has revealed its plans. Hostile fleet within range.
All right, the Edmanic observers have declared war on me. We are formally at war. So I think Troller and Didora are going to need to go get into position to deal with that. I don't want to crack their stars. I want to reverse engineer and research their stuff instead. So, I mean, to be honest, I've been waiting for this to happen, but now we just need to move our fleets into position to deal with that. So that should be fun.
Construction online.
All right, what are you working on, Perseus? I'm going to have him jump to Nibbles. Because I can still crack their planets after I research their stuff or something like that. All right, so Chiola and Daedora should be in position pretty soon because of all the gateways that exist in this galaxy. But yeah, here they are with a 90k fleet. So they're no joke. I mean, I have stronger fleets than them, but I can't ignore them either, because that would be a pretty fatal mistake. All right. Siona, let's help the Juggernaut bombard. And here they're coming against my my Bastion. Of course, they're going to smush the Bastion like it's nothing, because it's a 90k fleet. But Chioler should be there actually pretty soon, as I'm just a few hops away. In fact, Siona's just a few hops away as well. But I don't want to jump. I don't want to jump there to be faster, because then it would also penalize me a little bit and make me weaker. All right, now on these old planets that don't have jobs, I'm just going to throw some jobs at them. I'm not really trying to manage them all that well. I'm just bare minimums here. Fangface, what are you? Okay, yeah.
Hostile
All right, Dodora, where are you?
within range.
Yeah, there's a lot of horse trading in terms of systems,
Hostile
for sure.
fleet within range.
Oh, what is okay, so here's Ibixable's fleet, and they're gonna go to Chort. They're probably gonna take some losses because Ibixable is mostly a cruiser fleet, but it should be interesting to watch given the amount of forces that I am sending to Ibixable. And then Dodora here is already ready to push up against their mega fleet. And that will be an interesting fleet battle to watch as well. So let me show you some of this. So here's one of their giant bastions against Ibixable. And I'll slow down time so you can fully appreciate. So these cruiser styles, my cruiser styles here, these flame wheels, are kinetic artillery and phase disruptors, which should do really good against their star bases. Oh yeah, I'm shredding their star bases. Completely. It's a pretty cool design. And then that also makes the Mad Beach Titan hanging back a little bit. Let's make sure we don't miss the big show, which is Dodora versus this fleet, but we haven't yet. So Dodora definitely Bixable definitely took some losses that I'm reinforcing now. Siona's helping Destroy with Roy. Unfortunately, the planet of Destroy with Roy is just going to get destroyed. I don't even want it anymore. Too much to manage. And Short's gone. The other thing I'm going to want to do is my scientists, I'm going to want to send over to do research on their systems. So I'm going to send this scientist over there. All right, and I am poxing Chort here. There's only 16 that live on Chort, so that sucks for them. They're going to get poxed to death. All right, let's put speed back normal. Their fleet seems to be running for me, which is an indicator that I am stronger. And Troller is retaking my Bastion, which shouldn't be that hard. I'm definitely stronger than that Bastion by a factor of many. Done. Unfortunately for their mega fleet, Troller and Dodora seem to be collapsing on it together, which is going to be brutal for them.
Hostile fleet within range.
Let's see if I get there in time before they jump. Nope, they jumped.
Hostile fleet within range.
Okay, so here's the big fight. There's two 90k fleets. Alright, let's slow it down. And two of my fleets. Troller got in there first. Oh boy, yeah, they're gone. These enemies are just gone. Bye-bye. These were their two main battle fleets, I think. Now, Troller lost a Titan, so it wasn't an easy fight. But they got wiped out entirely. And that was pretty much their last hope for not being exterminated. So, yeah. That's all I need to say. They're basically done for. Right on.
Construction online.
It's going to take a while to replace Troller's ship, though, which is annoying. All right, Mr. Persis. Let's crack their worlds and start invading them proper. Now, we might be against them for humiliation war, but I'm not gonna stop at humiliation. We're gonna wipe out these ancients entirely. Because why wouldn't we? Let's see what's happening elsewhere. There's really not a whole lot of resistance happening anywhere else. As you can see, we're sort of unmatched.
New technology discovered.
And we're going to keep researching the repeatable tech to make our ships even stronger, which is just absurd. Daedora and Triller roll back towards Cerulean Spider and Yoda, so your fleets get reinforced.
New technology discovered.
The council's having an election. Yeah, your council doesn't exist, dudes. I hate to be the ones to inform you. Your council doesn't matter because you're kind of extinct. You may not realize it yet, but your destruction is little more than a formality at this point.
Hostile fleet within range.
Am I doing any more stationeers? I have no idea. If it gets voted on, if it gets proposed and voted on, yeah, absolutely. I'd have no problem doing it, just as long as there is a desire. Okay, we can now use the imposed inclusion. Yeah, no thank you. Oh, the Boss Pochtux pack? Oh, yeah, so there's rebels in my tributary that have splintered. Interesting.
Construction online.
Wait, we cracked that world. Why do they still own it? This is weird. Oh, because this is not a yeah, it's a humiliation war. I forgot about that. Well, I'm gonna keep cracking their worlds because I don't care, but that's not how we're gonna win that war.
Hostile fleet within range.
My dark matter's up to 43k, and then if you're wondering, let's look over at Yoda. Here is the engine. It needs 700 more days for phase 1.
Hostile fleet within range.
These ancients here, I think they have they have a Titan wandering around capping stuff. But Daedora fleet is already fully up to snuff. So Daedora fleet's gonna go recap all the stuff I lost. Troller needs to sit out for a minute because Troller did lose significant forces that I'm not gonna be able to replace quickly. Am I building a Dyson Sphere? I am. I'm building a Dyson Sphere and a Crisis Sphere. So this is the Crisis Sphere, and this is the Dyson Sphere, and I'm building both. Alright, my Star Eater wins this fight. Although it took some pretty good damage to shields, mostly. Crack that. Cracking places that have wormholes will limit enemies' abilities to mess with me because they will they'll also lose their mobility as well. So it's a double-edged sword. How is this planet not gone yet? Jesus. We've been bombarding this poor thing for so long. All right, you know, I'm gonna go back to Armageddon bombardments. Because whatever bombardment policy that we had wasn't really working. The pox policy was just too slow.
Hostile fleet within range.
A hydrate. And yeah, Yoda got yoinked. I've won the war.
Fleet within range.
So the ancients just got humiliated by me. So that means that I don't have any more reason to be here in their territory anymore. Persis, I'm going to send you back to Yoda Prime. I think I'm going to retire Persis, not to crack any more planets. I'm just going to crack stars now. And let's work on winning the other war that I set out on, which is the one where we conquer everybody and kill everybody. Let's make sure that our star crackers are never idle. Didora, you're all set? All right, Didora, jump. All right, if we take a look at the galaxy here, as you can see, there's a few pockets up north that I should probably deal with. Maybe Troller can head over there and deal with them while Troller waits for his Titan. The fleet without a Titan is not weak, necessarily. I mean, there's not really a threat to that fleet, because now that the Ancients have been kicked in the you-know-whats, oh, there we go. Partial Dyson Sphere has been upgraded. Getting the next stage Dyson Sphere. Didora. Bombard that planet to nothing with Armageddon. I like Armageddon better.
Construction online.
All right, how's this war going? In my favor. As you'd expect. I can't believe this planet has held out this long. They're almost depopulated now. But we've been bombarding that poor thing for like many, many minutes. Or, you know, in-game years, in other words.
Hostile fleet within range.
It just won't die. Alright, Didora is bombarding this place. Population 37, so that will take a minute. And then Troller is heading up to these rebels, population 63, so that will take a while. Now, I can't star crack, because I'm not technically at war with the Ancients. I can't star crack their territories yet. But as soon as I am allowed into their territories, we will be star cracking in there too. I'm just, you know. I'm not eager to declare war on them right now while I have so much else on my plate. One om nom nom at a time. Okay, finally we got them out. Bixible's fleet is waiting for a few more reinforcements, and then they'll be all set. Now, I'm sure you can see there's a huge swath that has just been turned into black holes. 'Cause that's what we do. bring it up to normal speed. Doing a very, very quick, this is going to be whiplash for all you. A very quick assessment of planets. Making sure we have work everywhere.
Hostile fleet within range. System surveyed.
All right, done. Let's collapse that list. Abixable is fully reinforced, so let's get him out on the front, bombarding planets to death. Man, I can't wait to kill the Carabineers. They are so annoying. Constantly asking me for, like, favors and whatnot. Vryn here thinks it can start grabbing territories, which is really cute, because as fast as they grab territories, I will delete territories.
Construction online.
Well, I don't mind if they think they can have them temporarily. You know, my Starcracker, my Planet Cracker, let's crack the, this Tezek here, the Connate world, because there really isn't a fleet nearby that is deployable to mess with that. Can I kill Vryn? Oh, I mean, Vryn's pretty much all that's left. So, yeah, there's a little bit of Connate here and there, but pretty much it's just us versus Vryn at this point, plus a little bit of Ancients. So, yeah, they will die. We are, I can assure you that. It's a 100% guarantee. There we go. So, I just got first phase of becoming the Crisis. Here's phase 2.
New technology discovered.
Looks really cool, doesn't it? As long as it doesn't burn out your retinas. And I already had enough dark matter built up to immediately start the next phase.
New technology discovered.
The 30k dark matter from wiping everybody out. If we take a look at my crisis score, as you can see, I'm at 12k, almost 13k. It keeps climbing, even though that doesn't really make all that much sense. And we're cracking all the stars. Oh, here's Jib. I guess I'm taking out Jib right now. I forgot who my enemies are, but don't worry. Vryn will be in my sights in a minute. As soon as this star is cracked, I'm going to have this star cracker head east to deal with Vryn, the core of Vryn.
System charted.
So only a matter of time. There it goes. Now we're gonna make a formal push towards Vryn. I probably have a lot of other people's stupid star bases. Yeah, let me get rid of these. These are like just star bases I took over militarily that I don't want. I can afford them. I can have up to 26, but I just don't want them. I see no need. Oh, and here is Tezek. This is, I think, one of the Khan's homeworlds, the new Khanate, and they're getting torn up now. End of the new Khanate. Yep. Bye-bye. Love it. All right, Mason King, you... At this point, I can start eating my own territories, but like you say, you want me to go against... you want me to go against Vryn. I'm going to go against Vryn. So let me start moving this Starcracker over to Vryn's border now, and we'll start eating Vryn. Oh, that is a lot of stuff to expire. Armor, crystals, ammo, shield boost, fuel, learning. All right, I think that's everything we need.
New technology discovered.
Keep doing the repeatables. We can have up to 6 Titans? Jesus. I don't really need 6 Titans. There's an argument to be made that if it was a close fight, which it is not, if it was a close fight, there would be a benefit, of course, to... oh, you know what? This Star Eater... Ignore my last directive. I want you to eat Jib. Wipe Jib out so that I can focus on new enemies. If it was a close fight, you can have 2 different Titans in the same fleet providing different benefits for overlapping auras. But this isn't a close fight. I don't need to do that. That'd be totally unnecessary, so. Instead, we just kill, kill, kill. Alright, Troller now has its Titan back. It's still working on bombarding this place to death. Daedora is moving against Vryn, and Ibixable is moving against Vryn. So Vryn's getting what's coming to him for being the Annex King. Basically, every time I turn my back, it would steal something from me. But don't worry, they'll pay. And then this Starcracker's starting to eat parts of Vryn whole, like we do. Pet Tusk. Hey, Crazy Chris. I can pet Yoda because he's here with me. Tusk, I called. We'll see if she shows. And then, of course, we have... oh, there we go. Another planet bombarded. That was the... I don't even know who you were. But you're gone now. She might be eating or something. I'm not really sure what she's doing. Alright, taking a look at the galaxy. I've eaten most of it. Or Yoda has. Yoda, look over here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, buddy. Alright, here we go. Just cracking. Hey, Tusk. There you are. Hey, girl.
Hostile fleet within range.
She showed up. At this point, it's really just managing my fleets so that they're productive in their bombardment of enemies. There goes that rebel group.
Alien Federation formed.
The remaining Federation is probably the Federation of all surviving factions
System
at this
scan
point.
complete.
Not that I'm going to check. I don't really care. They can federate all they want. And there goes the Federation. That Federation... Oh, bye, Tusk. That Federation lasted, what, like a month? Less? Less than a month?
We will obliterate their ignorance.
These guys separated as rebels thinking that I would not declare war on them, I did. You can't hide. All right, Didora. I have like so many fleets moving around at once. All right, you're cracking that star. You're cracking that star.
Hostile fleet within range.
Yeah, Vryn's collapsing. Promising new officer. I love how they're giving me, oh, forget you. Forget you. Giving me new officers the whole time. Cracking stars? What the hell? Yeah, I'm cracking stars. Have you not cracked stars before? It's so much fun. I'm a Borg cube that cracks stars and bombards planets to death. Yeah, he's a little late to the party. I've cracked so many stars by now. Yeah, I'm playing the Nemesis DLC, which involves or includes star cracking, where you blow up stars for dark matter, turning them into black holes. And I am basically turning my enemies into black holes. Actually, don't jump. Don't jump. Just start cracking my own territories. I don't really care. Crack away. What fleet is this? A Bixable? All right. Trying to make sure that my fleets are all moving and doing productive stuff. I wouldn't even say we were the dark side. I think that's that's misconstruing our goal. The dark side was in it for power. We're in it to just kill everything, which is, I would say, significantly different than the dark side. The dark side was in it for control. We're not trying to control anything. We're just trying to murder everything. So it is a very, in that regard, is a very different goal. We're just murder bots out for murdering. All right, let me do some jumping here. That'll speed this up. Is it random for cracking to be either supernova or black hole? It's black holes every time. The idea behind the cracking... Oh, here is Vryn Prime. The idea behind the cracking is to win as the Nemesis event. You have to build like a Nemesis megastructure, and the Nemesis megastructure
technology discovered
costs dark matter to build. And the only way that you're ever going to source the amount of dark matter it requires is for you to crack systems. That is really the only way for you to ever afford it. You've been watching Stellaris Nemesis, which originally aired live on Twitch. This episode came from the very final stream of Stellaris Nemesis, and the series has since ended. But if you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. Thank you so very much for watching. I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell.